Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna fix the issue on my Kia Sedona 2018 because a couple of months ago I changed the front left wheel bearing on my Kia Sedona. By the way, the video link is in the description. But I broke the wheel speed sensor and I tried to repair it. It works, but now we are in the winter time and the conditions are extreme. So this is why my repair don't last long. Okay, so I removed the wheel, I placed it under the car for safety purpose, and now this is the famous ABS sensor. So I'm gonna turn the steering wheel to have a nice access to the sensor. So this is the new sensor. So make sure before removing anything that everything fits. So you know this is the sensor and this is the first clip and this rubber grommet. So the sensor, the first clip, and the rubber grommet. The bolt for the sensor is right there, and this is a 10 millimeter. So this is the bolt for it, pretty easy to remove. And now I'm gonna pry a little bit the sensor. Okay, so this is the sensor. So the sensor, the clip we have to remove is like this, and we have to push on the tabs on each side to release it. Pliers. Like this, and now you can push. And now the grommet you can pull like this, and now you're gonna have this bracket to remove. But my car is really greasy, so I'm gonna try to remove a couple of grease to show you how to remove it. Okay, got it. Okay, this is the bolt for it. And now just there you got the second clip that you have to remove. A pry bar. Okay, so I pry it out. So this is the hole for it, and this is the same, a little bit higher, just right there. Okay, there's another one. Okay, so I simply pull on it. So this is the second hole. Oops, you see right there, this is a plastic screw that you can remove. This is pretty cheap but rust free, so you can untwist it by hand. But I think it's gonna tell you 15 millimeter, something like this. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I suggest you to unscrew it because they are pretty easy to strip, and I don't want to break anything. So I'm just gonna try to pull on it, release it. There's another one right there. I can remove it by hand. Okay, and now, okay, that's it. So there's a clip there, and there's one on the top right there. Okay, so now I'm there. Okay, and this panel is a kind of big job to do to remove it, but you can, at this point, you can have a great access without removing everything on the panel. Okay, just about, I'm gonna put my hand, I can feel it. Okay, so exactly there, behind that, you're gonna feel it with your hand. You're gonna have this plastic connector. Okay, you just have to push down and pull on it to disconnect it, and just there, somewhere about there, you're gonna have this screw right there. So this is a kind of different thing, but if you can pinch and pull, that's okay, but you can pull on it, and anyway, even if it breaks, we got a new one, so we don't care about it. Okay, so now my connector is disconnect, and now I pull on the 2 wire and I pull firmly like this. So you see that I broke it. So this is exactly the same part that I have. Okay, so this is the old, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start to connect this wire. Like I said before, this is right there, and the other connector is mounted on the bracket. I cannot show you, but you're gonna feel it with your hand. I'm gonna try to film it for you. I hope you can see something. I'm sorry. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to reconnect this connector first. Okay, so as you remember, this is just right behind this fender. Okay, so if I can do it without see it, you can do it for sure. Okay, so to reconnect the connector was easy, and the clip is on this side. Okay, so you're gonna have to push like this to release it, and you have to have the little thing, the clip, face to you to reconnect it, and you're gonna hear the click. So this is a kind of mess to try and show you how to put it back, but if you can remove it, you can surely put it back. So you just have to snap the connector in place and follow the wire. So now I put it back on the hole with the 10 millimeters. It's a great idea to don't torque that bolt crazy as hell and put some anti-seize in it. I'm sorry for the footage of putting that sensor back in place, but if you are able to remove it, I'm sure you're able to remove it, to put it back, sorry. So don't forget the plastic screws. You have 3 of them, 2 on side, 1 on top, and this is perfectly perfect. Before to change that sensor, it's always a good idea to remove the negative on the battery, because when you mess with electric wire, you can have some issue. But to be honest, I don't go crazy with it. I didn't remove the negative battery on this job, and now the sensor is changed, and now we're gonna see if our lights goes away alone. Let's see. Okay, they don't go. So I have a scanner, so I can remove it and delete it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drive like this to see if the car knows that everything is fine, and the light goes off by himself. So in this case, you're not gonna have to buy a scanner to remove the code. Okay, but I'm gonna try without erase the code with my scanner, just for you. But if I'm not able, I'm gonna remove it with the scanner. So I restart the trip. So we're gonna see how much time it takes, how much kilometers it takes to reset the ABS sensor light by itself. That was very, very fast. In not even 100 meters. So the light disappeared by itself at 30 kilometers. So this is it, guys. I hope my video helps you, and please leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. There's more content about those Kia and Hyundai cars.